One of the many lessons I have learned is not to blame anyone for what I believe. It's a little challenging at the beginning to take full responsibility for every thought you had, every action, every decision. It takes a while. For me, it took decades before I realized I had no one to blame for anything. And there's great freedom that comes with that. When you realize every lie you told yourself, no one else. Because here's what the ego does. The ego mind creates and it doesn't know when to stop. It doesn't even know how. It does not have the capacity for compassion. It doesn't. Ego is very limiting. Ego wants to make things finite. And as a result, we take our thoughts, we make them into a reality. We attach a story to that thought. Down the road, something changes. And then we look very quickly with the ego. We look for someone to blame for our own thinking and our own actions. So I hear people say a lot, oh, they told us a lie about religion. Or society has programmed us. Or we have been conditioned. And yes, some of it is true. This is what we were told. Because I want to take responsibility. I ask myself, why did I believe that? And how did I believe that? And it depends on the cycle of consciousness that you find yourself in. If you're only focused on the side of you, your own human thinking, the thinking mind that says, oh, you're beautiful one day, 2 days down the road, says something to you about, well, you're not as beautiful as you thought. That judgmental mind, the one that is fickle. It chooses someone and says, this is my forever person. 5 years down the road, the forever person is no longer your forever person. That mind. The mind that when you turn 50 tells you, ooh, you're half a century old. Instead of focusing on what you accomplished for the 50 years you were alive. That's the mind I am talking about. That's the one that intrigues me. As human beings, oh, we love the mind. We are attached to the mind. And it takes experiences, life experiences, to move away from this form of thinking. Knowing it cannot give you peace because it always has something to say. Distancing yourself, understanding the need for the mind to talk and to talk, to talk and to talk, and to create mind energy. You understand it for what it is. You bring your awareness to it. You become, some people don't agree with it, the observer of your mind. You become the creator. The one who observes the mind, but doesn't act on what the mind says and what the mind does. And that's grace, and that's peace, and that's love. So instead of saying, you fooled me into thinking I was less than, I had put my self-worth, because of my ego mind, under scrutiny. I was not always kind to myself because my mind chose to believe someone else's mind. And then you forgive yourself. You forgive your mind for making you believe what made you feel this small. What made you feel you did not have a choice? What made you feel that someone else has to tell you who you are and how to be? Because you didn't know any better. But now that you know, everything changes. Your mind no longer defines you. It no longer limits you. You hear it talk, and you allow it to talk. You just do not act. You interrupt it with kindness. And that's how you become kind with yourself. You stop judging yourself. You practice self-compassion, because that is what the Creator, God, divine, the universe, whatever word you use to try to define that which is infinite, has given you peace. Now can you give it to yourself? The prayer I have: grant me the blessing of discernment. So God, when you talk to me, I know it's you. And when it is the ego, any form of subtle ego flavor in what I do, distance me from it. Distance me from it. And one of the ways in which I can tell it is not God, it is not love. If it is not love, it is not of God, it is ego created. Whether it is religion, whether it is culture, politics, geopolitics, economics, any system that is not based, it's not a heart-centered system, ideology, concept, way of being, is not of God. Most of the challenges we face as human beings today, we believe our mind. And we believe in everyone else's mind except our spirit. And then we blame. We are very quick to blame. Well, he told me. And maybe it is not easy. But again, the mind will tell you nothing. According to the mind, nothing is easy. Everything is difficult. Everything is challenging because the mind wants to keep you small. To surmount that, you have to be in a place of grace. You are in conversation with your soul, your spirit, the I am in you. And that I am is the truth. Your mind is not the truth. Think about how many things you think about every day. What percentage of what you think is truth. And who owns the truth? Who owns the truth? Call on the divine, your higher self, your soul, that part of you that knows only love, only compassion, only being with what is. No one to blame, no one to shame, no one to maim with your words or your actions. Just opportunities to grow spiritually, to discover you are more than your thinking mind, your ego mind. You are more than your body. You are grace. You are an infinite being, a vessel of the divine, co-creator with the divine, a manifestation of the divine as consciousness is birthed into you. That's who you truly are. And when you wake up to that truth, you are free. You are free. You are limitless. You are an instrument of the divine here on earth. You are a channel of grace. You are free. You are limitless. You are not bound to any person, place, or thing. Because you're just birthed into cycles, transitioning. May this message open your hearts to grace, to love, to peace, to forgiveness, to joy, and to love. Thank you for listening.